Everyone, it's Patrick Langhans with Cross Country Mortgage. I'm going to give you my top 2 reasons why waiting to buy a home in this market could cost you a lot of money, as opposed to getting out there right now, getting under contract and closing as soon as possible. Before I get into that, I want to tell you about my big event, February 28th. It's called the Smart Home Buyer. We're doing a home buyer education and real estate seminar. We're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about the current real estate market, interest rates, where things are headed, but most importantly, how to be successful in your home search. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, you're trying to buy a bigger home, or a seasoned investor, or want to learn about investing in real estate, sign up for my class, click the QR code. We'll have drinks, food, giveaways. We're giving away a solo stove. We'll teach you why real estate is the best way to build long-lasting generational wealth. So sign up, hope to see you there. All right, my top 2 reasons. First reason is supply and demand. Here's what we're seeing. Available listings. In January, we set a record. So we did set a record in January, but it's not what you think. It was the lowest available listing month for January on record. So that means there were way less homes than usual for January. Now, if you know supply and demand, the less homes we have available to purchase, that can drive the price up because there's less homes to buy. Buyers start competing for the same house, and you lose your negotiation power. In fact, in December, it was very rare to run up against another buyer when you were making an offer. In January, we saw a ton of people miss out, sometimes competing against 6, 7 other buyers for the same house. So a good home in a good neighborhood at the right price is still super competitive. It only takes one competing offer to lose your negotiation power. And right now, if you can find a home that's been on the market for 3 weeks, 30 days, a lot of times you can go to that seller and ask them for certain things, a lower price. Maybe they pay your closing costs. Maybe they buy down that interest rate. Maybe they do a temporary buy down where you get a huge discount the first 2 or 3 years. So as we see available listings drop, buyer activity increase in the spring, which is the hottest time for buyers to get out there and make offers, we're running into situations where you're competing. And competing offers is the arch enemy of getting a great deal. So supply and demand, number 1 reason, looks like the supply is coming down, demand's going up, you lose your ability to negotiate with the seller. Number 2 reason, interest rates, and specifically interest rates after May 1st. So as of May 1st, the way an interest rate is calculated is changing. The best analogy I can give you is they're treating it a lot like car insurance. So when you do car insurance, every little aspect of your scenario can affect your interest rate. So what type of car you drive. So if you drive a red Ferrari, more expensive car insurance. If you have a speeding ticket, more expensive car insurance, right? So mortgages have always done this to calculate an interest rate, but now they're getting even more picky. So right now, a 740 credit score, if you're above a 740 credit score, it doesn't matter if you're a 760, an 800, you're gonna get the same rate. After May 1st, 780 is the top tier. So if you're at 760, you'd have a little bit higher rate. If you're at 740, higher rate, 720, and so on. It's about every 20 points. Another thing they're adding to calculate interest rate is your debt to income ratio. So your total monthly payments compared to your gross income, we come up with a percentage of how much you pay every month. Currently, you're not penalized for having a higher debt to income ratio. And a lot of times we can go to 50% or higher. Come May 1st, above 40% debt to income ratio, and bam, interest rate higher. Another big thing they're doing is down payment. The down payment can actually affect your interest rate. So whether you're doing 5, 10, 15, 20%, it all impacts the interest rate you get. Lastly, if you're considering buying a second home or an investment property, it is going to be more expensive. So there's a bigger add to your rate if you're buying a second home or investment property as of May 1st. So lots of things changing. Those were just the highlights on rates and how they're changing. The list of all the things that they're changing with interest rates is really long, but those were the ones that impact the most people. So my second reason is, even if rates drop, with these new changes on May 1st, you could see a higher rate depending on what your scenario looks like. So if you can get under contract and close before May 1st, these changes won't take effect or won't impact you. So my top two reasons are, number one, supply and demand. It looks like supply is dropping, demand's going up, which increases competition for the same home, and you as the buyer lose your negotiation power. So you want to get in before the spring season. The other reason is these interest rate changes on May 1st. If you don't have the perfect scenario, they're going to penalize you and do that by increasing your rate. So if you have questions, please call me. Check out my class. Here's the QR code again. Please sign up. Hope to see you there. And we'll talk soon. Thanks.